Hello guys, welcome back to our video, and today we are going to be looking at the 5 items slash blocks that have become useless because of updates in the past. And also I'm on top of my villager because that has something to do with the first one, which is mob heads. Now that might surprise you, because you might think, well, mob heads are super rare, and if you don't know how to get them legit on survival, all you have to do is get a charge creeper and make it explode the mob, except for this guy, because yeah, it's actually this one's not changed, but the rest of them, they've actually, technically speaking, gotten more common because of the channeling enchantment on a trident, which allows you to hit creepers when it rains. When it's thundering, you just get a trident and do that. Alright, so, and I can't get my trident back. Oh well. So now I have a charge creeper forever, except I'm gonna put on peaceful, so it doesn't even matter. Oh god, no. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so that is why it's easier, because it's easier to get the charge creeper, because if you don't know, prior to 1.13 slash the aquatic update, it was impossible to do it, because you basically have to get creeper struck by lightning naturally, and that was super rare. So let's move on. Number 2 is the name tag. Also, I built this and it looks kind of ugly, but whatever. So when the trading came out, you could actually trade with librarians for name tags, which basically meant that name tags were not as rare or valuable anymore, as you could say, because it used to be that you can only get name tags by going into dungeons and natural generating structures to get name tags, but with the introducing of trading, it basically made it so that I could just be like, yes, except I have no emeralds. And you could buy as many as you want, and you can actually infinity breed villagers, well, not infinity, but breed them, a lot of them, and turn them all into librarians, so you can get, technically speaking, an infinite amount of, what's it called? Name tags. And also, not only that, but you could go fishing for them, which means you'll never have to worry, and it just kind of made it not as valuable. Also, I have my new book. I accidentally got that. Whatever. Yeah, so let's move on. So number 3 is the wool block, because before 1.12, I think it was, there was no concrete. And as you can see, if you look at concrete compared to wool, you can obviously tell that concrete is the better block, because there's no bumps and stuff. But before concrete existed, there was only wool and stained clay, which is now called terracotta, but whatever. And wool was the better option because it always seemed to have more reliable colors. And then when this added, it just made wool stupid. And you know, like, do you really want to build with something that looks kind of ugly if you get up close, or do you want to build something that's smooth and a solid color? So yeah, let's move on. Number 4 is the Mossy Stone, Chiseled Stone, Cracked Stone bricks. These used to be impossible if you wanted to build this in your Minecraft survival. People would think you're uncreative, because the only way you could have used to have tamed them was by going to strongholds, and even then there was not that many chiseled stone bricks, which are these things, by the way. But the problem, well, it's not a problem, but the thing that changed is that you could now craft it, which means that if I wanted to build this house in survival, I could. Although it does look ugly, it is something I could do. So it's not rare anymore. It's not, you don't have to go to a stronghold, and it also means that it's not that hard to make it, so it's really not that special to build this. It's kind of just dumb. Alright, so number 5 has to do with this iceberg created, which is packed ice. Packed ice used to be the thing that everyone was using, and also not only was finding one of these really rare, but it was super useful because it came with packed ice, like I just said, which is basically this block right here. Also, do I have silk touch? I do not. Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, dang it. Oh well. I'll just grab that. Okay, so packed ice is basically like blue ice, except that blue ice is just slightly better, which basically means that this volume and collecting it is just kind of dumb, because they both don't melt, which is good, because if you were to build anything that required this, it would not just melt because you have light. But the thing is with blue ice is that it is a little more slippier, which means that if you were to build like a runway, where if like you have a runway of this, you would move faster than if you had packed ice. Slightly faster, but it does make a difference. And although, yeah, technically speaking, packed ice is not that bad, it's just that there's really not as much of a point, especially because these volumes are just, I would say, just as rare as finding an ocean with the ice caps or whatever it's called, icebergs. Don't know, it's every update things change, so that kind of basically means that, you know, for example, this lamp could become useless next update. Obviously it hasn't yet because it's not next update, so yeah, that was kind of weird to say, but the point is hey, anything could change, and that means that what might be valuable now could become useless, so just remember that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then you should check out my playlist, which I'll put the I in the right corner, because, yeah, you might as well. And, goodbye.